Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Shay with Pure Shade, and I'm just giving you a recap of my trip to Orlando that I took for my son's birthday. This was an early birthday gift. His birthday's actually today, but this is where we stayed. We stayed at the Universal Endless Dockside. It's absolutely beautiful. This was the cafe. I got an avocado toast with hash browns. This was the day we went to the Universal Studios. We rode the shuttle bus that they had. It ran from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. So the shuttle dropped us off at the Universal City Walk. So as we're walking, here's how it looks. So a little backstory, I've never been to Universal, so this was just as exciting for my kids as it was for me. So of course, this is the City Walk area as we're walking up to Universal Studios. As you can see the entrance, there it is. So we're walking in, here's the entrance. There's already so many people. I actually bought my tickets online and did the mobile tickets. So we walked right on in after they scanned it. They used the fingerprint for verifications. This was our first ride, the Mummy. Oh my goodness, you guys. This was their actually first ride ever. So yeah, it was pretty intense. I wasn't expecting it to be that. The wait time was about 45 minutes. But my kids actually ended up loving it. This was one of their favorite rides. Definitely recommend that you ride the Mummy if you go.
How do you feel about your first ride? How do you feel about your first ride? Thumbs up? It was fun.
So after the first ride, we started walking down, and the next ride we came up to was the Fast and Furious ride. I love Fast and Furious. I've been watching this since the very first one, since high school. So to see this was so much fun and brought back so many memories.
Party atmosphere in the garage. Check out that turbo tow truck. You know, there's only two of them in the world. Roman Pierce owns the other one. He calls it his Mona Lisa, but I think she's a little too pretty for a big four-headed monster like him. Uh-oh. Looks like Dom has police on his tail. I gotta get back to...
So the wait time for this one was pretty long. At first, it wasn't that bad. But as we started standing, it just seemed like it was just getting longer and longer. I think it took us about 45 minutes. But it wasn't that bad. I wasn't expecting what was going to happen during this ride. We actually ended up getting wet with a lot of wind, but it was actually a really dope ride. Next, we're headed to the Harry Potter world. I love Harry Potter. I've watched all the movies. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan. So yeah, we're just walking up as you can see there. Yes.
I love it. It's way better. I think Live for Live is better than Hufflepuff. I'm just saying, yeah. It's also cleaning too.
Now we're in the actual Harry Potter world. They did a phenomenal job replicating this whole world. I could not believe it. When I walked out, I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, if you haven't been to Universal Studios or for the updated area, definitely go. This was beautiful. They did a phenomenal job with this whole area. So yeah, we kept on walking down to the ride. I was just captivated in the whole atmosphere because it was just absolutely amazing. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is just like the movie. But yeah, we walked down to the Escape to Gringotts particular ride. It was so dope. Look at this. I mean, come on. They did a great job replicating the bank. Look at that. Now the wait time for this one, I don't remember. I believe it moved pretty quickly, but I think it was still about a good 45 minutes. Now, again, you can get the ultimate pass, skipping the line, but I was like, I'm not trying to pay for that. So that pass was you pay an additional amount on top of what you already paid for your ticket. So yeah, no, I wasn't going to do that. So we just stood in line and waited and waited and waited. But it was pretty cool because, you talk to different people who are there visiting and traveling. And you catch there that the picture is moving on the walls. That's what I was showing here. But yeah, it was pretty cool. We took pictures as we're standing there in line. And of course, as you see, I got all the footage of every part. There's the particular inside where the gates were. They had the books, Dumbledore, and the newspapers were moving, as you can see, in the magical world of Harry Potter. Yeah, so I just had to catch all of it because I just thought it was so dope how they were able to just get every particular detail from the movie and, just showcase it, every part of the entire waiting in line. So it just made it really cool and it just kind of went by really fast.
Quickly, that little thing. I'm supposed to take you down to see the bulls. Let me just get off this. All you have to do is ask. Accio keys.
So this is where we were, being passed through each room. They would say something and then we go to another room. But I knew when we got here that we were pretty close to the ride. So I was like, yes, we're almost there. So now we're getting in line to get onto the train. As you can see, this is the group that is getting off so we can get on. And it was over, as you see. Now this part was so dope. I had to wait and capture this, so watch. Next, we went over to the Simpsons world. This particular ride, I didn't want to ride. This is the Twirl and Hurl. I let both of my boys ride this and just, showed it on the video because I wasn't trying to get on this one, not gonna lie. But the wait time for this, which I was like, what? It was 30 minutes. I was like, I kept asking my youngest son, I was like, do you really want to ride this ride? Are you sure? Are you sure? We gonna sit here and wait for 30 minutes for this? So he wanted to wait, as you can see. After this, we took a break. We went to get some food. So yeah, we started at 9 a.m. In the morning. We stopped and I got Krusty Burger, black bean burger with some curly fries. It was actually really good. After that, we got on the Simpsons ride, the actual one that I got on. And then we went to the Men in Black ride. We waited for a while in this line. And as we got closer and closer, they kept having technical difficulties. First time they fixed it. Second time, I was like, okay, more and more people kept leaving and people got stuck on the ride. So I was like, let's go. So yeah, we walked off and started heading to another ride. And we stopped in at the ET ride. Now, I want to say the atmosphere in here was so dope. You may not catch it because it's kind of dark and hard to see. But the inside looked just like the movies in the forest. I was like, wow. And they had the whole crickets and everything chirping. It was so dope. So next we went to the Transformer ride. Here's the entrance. And now we're waiting in line so you can get the inside capture of how the line wait looks. I think this one too, it was a little later in the day, so the wait time wasn't as bad. Afterwards, we got to see Bumblebee taking pictures with people that paid. So it was pretty neat to see him, out there doing his thing and taking pictures. Like my youngest was so excited. He was like, Bumblebee. So that was pretty cool. And the last ride we rode was the Despicable Me. So we actually passed this earlier and the wait time was like an hour. So we actually came back and the wait time was like 35 minutes. I'm so glad we did not wait 55 minutes. I would have been so upset. But anyways, this is the end. We are walking out. It is so beautiful at night. The lights are so magical. So yeah, I had a blast. My kids had a blast. Towards the end, our feet were on fire. So yeah, it was time to go. But anyways, this is the Universal City Walk. There was so many things to do over here. I just wanted to capture that before I left. And when we got back to the hotel, I grabbed some food and we took it to the room. I got a Beyond Burger. It was like caramelized onions, avocado, and fries. It was actually really good. So the next day was Sunday. I took my kids to Wonderworks. I've actually been to this before a long time ago, but I wanted to show them because my son, he was like, yeah, I want to do that. So we went, and this is the exhibit. You can see all the things that they have. The Earthquake Cafe, the hurricane area. It actually blows the wind. Each area was really neat because it just educated you on different things. Like this one was the anti-gravity. It was just showing you, are the water moving up or down? And it was just showing by the strobe of the light what our brains remember last. The cold as ice. I was able to leave it in there for like 10 seconds. This particular one was the thermographic area, the infrared lighting. Then we went upstairs to the different area. They had more fun up here. They had the bubbles and all kind of games and activities up here. This was pretty neat. Was the impression. So like if you pressed up against it, you could see your handprints and body shape as you pressed up against it. The bed of nails, if you lay down, the pressure will like doesn't affect you when you lay on there. Of like, how can you not feel the nails? How can they not pierce your body? But yeah, I was just showing you the different things they had going on up here. That's the musical piano with your feet. Yeah, I had to try it out myself. More games and fun. My kids were having a blast. They were just running around trying different things up here. And I was just recording everything, getting it all on camera. Now this area over here is pretty neat. You could stand in the little astronaut area. My youngest was like, "Ooh, I want to get in it." So I let him get in there. Then you could go over there with the astronaut gravity. You could feel how it feels. And then you could get in the coaster and kind of reenact how a real roller coaster feels. So my youngest, he got in there with another young child. He got a little scared at first, and then they slowed it down to a more easier pace. Then me and my oldest, we got in, and it was so fun. It did really feel like a roller coaster, but the only thing was like, it was like you like drop to the top. Like, I don't know if the like seat belts were super secure in there, but it was hilarious because here, this was a different group of people. We was hearing them scream, so it was hilarious. So again, this part was actually fun. As you can see, it's like twisting, turning, and you can see the TV there showing you what it looks like when you're inside and how it feels, and it makes you feel like you're going up and down and twirling around. It doesn't really last that long. I think it's like a minute and a half when you're inside. But yeah, it was definitely a fun experience, I guess, for people either who haven't been on a roller coaster or just, want to have a little bit of fun and see, how it feels to feel like you're on a real roller coaster. But yeah, if you haven't been to Wonderworks, they are located in various locations. So yeah, definitely check them out and get on this particular ride if you want to try it out for yourself, because it was very interesting to watch and actually be inside. This was actually reenacting you landing a space shuttle for NASA. So yeah, it was pretty neat watching them try to land a shuttle. We continue to go upstairs and walk around to different parts of the exhibit. Apparently, we had missed the bubble area, so they went in there and had a little bit more fun and with the bubbles. I thought this was so neat. Like our brains, our mind, like it just looked like it was moving, but it wasn't. And like it was nothing in there. I was like, what the heck? I was amazed at this right here. These were different artworks to make your brain think. They had so many different things on the walls to read and make you watch. Like that talking face one, that was pretty cool. And this here, it was click the light and you'll see wow. Now downstairs, they had the arcade area, the rope course, the laser tag, the XD4D theater. So yeah, we had a lot of fun down here. So I let my kids play up until the little card ran out of money. My oldest, he did the rope course. My youngest did the laser tag, and we all did the XD4D theater. It was pretty cool. So this game my son absolutely loves. So I let him play this. I think this was his last one before his card ran out. And this is the XD4D motion. After that, we went to the pool at the hotel. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, just look at this. So I walked to the bar area and I got a penny colada. It was actually really good. And then a salad. And yeah, that's it. I just want to give you a recap. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Be you. Think naturally. Thank you guys again. Bye.